What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 7 of Loose Ties. My name's Andrew,
And I am Sid.
and today we've got a few interesting topics talking about things opening back up. Um, some of my stories that I've got that have happened in the past week, and yeah, we'll see how it goes.
I know Andrew, you recently went golfing. You kind of talked about that to me a little last week, trying to get that scheduled. Um, and Andrew sent me the show outline, and it's topic one is titled Andrew's story about being locked inside a golf course. So do you care to share a bit about that?
Yeah, so basically, for anyone who plays golf, I had like the latest tee time, which is 6 o'clock, and the sun usually sets around 8:20. So that gives me about 2 hours and 20 minutes, well, a little bit longer, to play. And it was just me and my friend. So we played the game. We finished early. It took us like an hour and 50 minutes because like no one was on the course. And when we got in our cars, we were like, all right, what a great day. And then, so the parking lot is behind some trees, so we couldn't see that the gate was locked. So we drove all the way up, like the street, just to find out the gate was locked. So then there's like some room to the side of the gate that is like has rocks, so you could make it over with your car. But we tried that like for an hour in like the pitch dark, couldn't figure it out. So then we had to call the police station, and the cops couldn't find the right code. So the police officer was asking us like, "Do you guys have a ride?" And I'm like, "It's gonna take them a while to get here, but yeah." So it's actually like not good that the golf course didn't tell the police station about the new code, because if there was like a fire there, then the fire truck couldn't get there. So I guess that's like illegal or something.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, they're in big trouble. But yeah, basically, I may have gotten that golf course in trouble.
did, did you just have someone pick you up and like did your friend or you have to leave your car there until it was unlocked or something?
No, eventually they got the right code, but I think they had to call the owner, which took like an hour. So a 2-hour golf game turned into a 6-hour nightmare.
Oh my gosh. Were you like in the moment? What was your mindset? Were you mad or were you just kind of laughing it off?
Oh, I was furious. I was so mad. I was like, what the hell? Yeah, I was kind of laughing though. I was like, wow, leave it up to us to get locked in.
Like the only people. So when you say a gate, you mean like a gated driveway kind of that like locks in the premises?
So it's like one of those foldable gates. So it was like two gates that met up, and then they put a lock that was wrapped around it.
Oh, this wasn't something that was like automatic. This was like physically
No,
locked.
it was like physically chain roped lock with a lock on it. Like,
So
yeah.
did the guy like forget about you
No,
or
because our cars were in the driveway, so he must have purposely done it.
why though? Did he think that just blows my mind what he was thinking to lock you guys inside?
He's probably in a rush to get home. He's like, screw those kids. They can sleep in
I
their car.
guess. I feel like
It
he
was,
could have left you like, I don't know, like here's my number. Just call me when you realize you're locked in.
or he could have like tied, because there was like an iron chain wrapped around the
Yeah,
gate. He could have tied that, but not put the lock on. So when we left, we could like close the lock. So it was like fully.
right. Man, this man is trusting. He basically entrusted you with his whole golf course that he owns.
Yeah, I don't think he was the owner, but like, let's just say I left a nice little review for them on Yelp.
On Yelp, where the Karens go to give their opinion.
Oh my god, speaking of Karen, do you know like obviously not in your town, but there's like a YouTube series based off in Texas, and like these cars like with modded exhaust and stuff
Hmm.
drive by a specific neighborhood that quote unquote Karen lives at, and they literally like piss her off. It's like a whole YouTube series.
And they're out of Texas, you said?
Yeah, I don't know what town, but yeah, they're somewhere out of Texas.
Huh. I mean, I've definitely met a lot of Karens in my lifetime. I'm not saying that's just like Karens live in Texas. Like I feel like Karens live all over the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you could probably go to Germany and there's a German Karen over there who's probably 10 times worse.
Why? Why would German be worse? We have German listeners. Jeez.
No, I feel like Germans are very strong. Like they're strong people. So if you think the Karens here, don't put up with any bah humbug, I think the Karens there would not put up with anything.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I'm gonna admit it. I'm confession here. I'm a little bit of a Karen. I'll admit it. Not to like social things. Like if someone's being loud outside, I really don't care. But like if a company just completely screws me over, like I am that person to write like a 5-page email
5 pages.
if it's like called for. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to think. Hmm. Okay. Let me make this very vague. One
Okay.
time, so I lived on campus at college, and basically, I think this is the same at any campus. If you damage the room or any way, they're probably going to charge you, just like an apartment or something. I had a desk, the furniture was provided, and this desk drawer was jammed for like 2 years straight that I lived there. I never opened it because it was jammed, right? And then one day they're coming to inspect my room and they somehow get this drawer open, which is a miracle to me, right? And they open it and there's like a red paint stain inside. And they were like,
What?
"Why'd you do this?" I'm like, I didn't. Like it's been jammed for 2 years. Like I didn't even know what was in there.
The murder of Sid's draw.
And so basically, I got into it with the management because if I'm gonna damage something, like I'll own up to it, right? I'm an integrity-filled person. But if I didn't do it, I'm not gonna pay for it. So like it was this battle. Like I think I sent several long emails to every like person connected to that department. And eventually they let it go because I Karened it up so much. Yeah. Yeah. So I think we all have a little bit of Karen inside of us all. Oh. For those of you who are wondering why I'm laughing, Andrew's just trying not to be disturbed, I guess, by his family.
Yeah. The Karen in my house. Let's just say.
But Karen, see, we all have a Karen. I don't know. I don't know what the lesson is in all this. Maybe we should just accept the Karens a bit more.
I hate Karens.
Well, speaking of Karens, and maybe people you might disagree with, um, there was a particular restaurant that you're kind of aware of that played live music this week, right? Or last weekend?
Yeah. I forget what it was. I think it was last week. But yeah, I'm very familiar with this restaurant. Um, yeah,
I'm very familiar.
they're basically a bunch of idiots, just like some people that I was in contact recently over email that thinks our podcast is a little lopsided on our political views. Anyways, um, yeah, a restaurant near me had opened up, and despite the guidelines posted, people just showed up with no masks, and they stayed a few inches away from each other, and excuse me, yeah, basically they got shut down, and now
Oh.
the board of health is crawling up their bums.
See, this is crazy because things are so different in Massachusetts versus Texas right now.
I know, I saw like water parks are open.
I don't know about that, but like just a little like evidence on my end. Like today I walked my dog around a park and this park had been closed for weeks and they finally opened it and all the kids were playing. So it really felt like back to normal, you know?
Yeah, lucky you. Like, there's still a mandatory mask thing in Massachusetts.
Really.
Yeah,
See,
unfortunately.
we never had that, I don't think.
Hmm.
I don't know. So what's your like opinion on that? Like does that worry you or are you more like, well, it's going to come at some point, you know, doing these live events or opening up restaurants more?
I'm kind of pissed off. I wish I was in Texas
I
or literally anywhere else in the
know.
United States.
I think I don't know. I don't know if it's just the mentality of the South, but there was even a new study that came out saying that now they're saying coronavirus is less contagious on surfaces than they first believed it was.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah. So like I don't know, you know how at first they were saying like if you get groceries, don't put them on your counter because there might be, I don't know, corona on your
Oh, yeah,
groceries.
yeah, yeah.
So now they're saying like, okay, maybe it's not that contagious on surfaces.
A few years after this, they're gonna be like, maybe coronavirus wasn't that contagious,
Wasn't that contagious?
and I'm just gonna be like, wow, I lost half a year of my college life for that.
Yeah, I feel like definitely a lot of people are upset on both ends. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially like graduates. That stinks.
Hmm. Any news on whether your college is having in-person classes in the fall or?
I have not heard a single thing. They've left me in the dark. So good
Yeah.
job to that university. I'm not gonna call them out.
Yeah. I feel like that's how it was for a while with my university, even my workplace. Like no
Mhm.
one really knew what was going on, so everyone was in the dark, you know?
Yeah, not a good place to be.
No.
But anyways, stock market's doing good. If you guys
Is it
aren't
really?
invested, you can use my link that I always put in the description for Acorns. Good time to buy in. But yeah, I woke up to like a lot of money. I was like, wow.
Can you kind of if you want to, you don't have to, kind of share your story about your stock experience a couple weeks ago?
Oh, like oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. Well, actually, that. All right, I'll just explain the story. Okay. Anyways, um, yeah. So I was like, yeah, I had bought into Delta. I think it was a few weeks ago at like $23, and kind of just went straight down, to say the least. They canceled a lot of flights that they had out of their hubs, and then it went down to $19. But I woke up today to see that it was at $26.
Oh, well,
So yeah,
that's a small improvement.
huge improvement. Now I'm not negative. I'm positive. That's always an improvement.
I'm laughing. It's truly awful, and a lot of people are upset by when, you know, if they lost a lot and they had invested in a stock. But I'm laughing because it is so unfortunate.
It really is. And when I was
Like when
talking to you that
go
night,
ahead.
oh, yeah, when I was talking to you that night, I was just I was in such a dark place.
You showed me the, I don't know what you call it, line graph. Is that what you show it? Is that
Yeah,
trend? The
yeah,
trend?
sure,
He
yeah,
showed me, and it was like just a straight line down.
yeah. It was basically just a plummet. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's my life.
So I don't know a lot about stocks and the stock market. My fiance does. I don't. But do you think people should be investing now that we're going up, or?
I mean, I still say hell yeah because sure it's going up, but it's still at like not the rock bottom, but it's still low. Like stocks aren't back up to normal. Like I also have some stocks in Royal Caribbean that I bought
Mhm.
at like $25, and now it's at 54. So they're at their peak. They were at 130-ish. So like if you bought in now, you could still make a good 70, $80 per share. But just a quick
So,
disclaimer, you're listening to an 18-year-old give you stock advice. Just saying.
see, and I'm older, but I'm just not confident how stocks work. I was actually never taught that in school. Um,
Really?
yeah, were you ever taught that?
Actually, no, I wasn't either. Like I kind of just self-taught
No.
myself.
Mm-mm. I don't even think we were taught what the stock market was. Like, I have a very basic definition, but that's about it.
Oh, really? Well, actually, I
Yeah.
took a college course. It's actually just economics 101, but like it kind of taught me a little bit more and kind of gave me a view of what everything is like. It's pretty cool.
So if you pulled out now, I don't know if that's the right term.
Yeah.
Would you make money? Is that how it works?
Yeah, I won't say this on the podcast obviously. We can talk about it later, but yeah, because I
Huh.
put in money at like the lowest of the low,
Right.
and now that it like skyrocketed up, that means yeah, I could yeah.
Huh. Well, that's interesting. I have no advice on my end, but I feel like I learned a little something.
Yeah, it's definitely something to learn while you're stuck inside your house. Well, you're not stuck inside your house anymore, but
Yeah, we're not stuck here.
yeah, it was some that was something that I did during quarantine. Uh I learned about this stuff.
Oh man, this is a side note, but kind of related. Um, on the topic of quarantine and just staying in, I was scheduled to take a particular exam for my profession, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I scheduled it in May. It got canceled, obviously. I'm like, okay, I get that. And I just got another email because I had to move it to June, and it's canceled again.
In June?
Yeah, June 30th.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
Isn't that
that's
crazy?
practically July. Wow.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm very surprised, actually. But it could be because when you're taking these exams, you're kind of in like a tight room. If you've ever had to take like, I don't know, even like any
Like
certification, it's not
SATs
like
or
a
something?
big building typically.
Hmm.
Ah,
So
interesting.
so how long is this gonna last? Oh my god.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm very surprised. So that just shows you like Texas is opening up, and I feel like we're being a bit more free with it. But there are still some things that are, I guess, it's just not ready to open up.
Hmm. Yeah, that is so weird. Well, speaking of stuff opening back up,
Oh, that's a good segue.
we're learning. Um, Disney's talking about opening back up. I don't think in the U.S., but I'm pretty sure like Paris and stuff.
hmm
Have you ever been to Disney?
I have. I am a Disney freak. I love Disney. Okay, I have a very uninformed opinion and a biased opinion, so I say open them all up. First thing to open, Disney. That's
Disney.
it.
Oh my. Um,
Have you ever been to Disney?
yeah, I've been to Disney. I don't know how many times. Quite a few.
Do you love Disney?
No,
What? Why?
just because. All right, so I've only been to the Florida one, but
Okay,
this speaks for both locations.
probably.
I'm from Massachusetts. The hottest it gets, peak
Oh.
maybe 80. So when I'm down in Florida with no trees next to me, a bunch of fluffy costumes running around me at 95 degrees with 100% humidity, I start to get a little agitated.
Oh. See, let me let you in on a little secret here, okay? What we
Okay.
have learned, my family, is from going, is it's all about the time of the year. Summer, too hot. I agree with you. It is too hot.
Hmm.
Everything's sticky and gross and crowded. We also went after Christmas for New Year's. That's a bad time as well. It's too crowded.
Yeah.
So I think the perfect time to go is in the fall.
So which one's the quickest one to get to since you live in Texas? Is it
Oh,
um California or Florida?
that's a good question.
Because you're like
I
in the
mean,
middle of the country practically.
yeah. Um, Let me look it up. We've only been to Disney World in Florida. I have no experience with Disneyland, although I'd really like to go
But you drove there, right? Did you
to
drive there?
Disney. Um, no,
Oh,
I
you.
don't know. We've always flown.
Hmm.
Okay, so from Disney World in Florida, I am. Hmm, hold on, it's like giving me a hard time.
Let's do some estimations.
Let's
I
see.
think you're about. I'm gonna say maybe 1,300 to 1,500 miles away.
So give me that in hours. How many hours would you say?
Oh, geez. Driving?
Yeah, let's do driving.
20, maybe more. I don't know.
20. Okay, drum roll please. It is loading. Yo, you're okay, you're about right. I am, if I were to drive from Disney to Disney World in Florida, I'm about 17 hours away.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's quicker.
Okay, now let's do
Well, actually,
Disney Disneyland
this one
in
dep
California.
this one depends on where in California it is.
It is from the map, I'll tell you, it looks like it's kind of by the ocean.
Well, I mean, California is a coastal state. It could be anywhere.
It's not, it's by the coast, like not on the inland of California.
Okay. It could be
And I'm
LA.
kind of in the
Mm,
middle of Texas, kind of.
is it LA? Disney. Oh man. Well, like where is it? I'm
Don't
struggling.
don't cheat.
Oh no, not cheating. Disney, California. I'm cheating. I don't care. It's not like I'm at your house so I can look up. Oh
Well,
god.
yeah, if I
Um
were to drive to Disneyland in California, it would take 1 day and 2 hours. And if I were to walk there, just in case you're wondering, it would take 24 days.
oh, that's a nice way to spend your month. Just walking.
You finally arrive at the promised land of Disney.
So it's right outside of LA.
I think so, from the map I'm looking at, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, cool. People from California listening are probably like, "Wow, these people are idiots."
So, are you not excited for Disney to reopen?
Well, I mean, since I'm so far away, not really.
Would you go back if you went the right time and I don't know, perfect conditions?
Probably not.
Why?
Well, it depends where I am, California or Florida.
Florida.
Oh, I probably still wouldn't go.
You're breaking my heart. Why wouldn't you go?
um, I don't know. Disney just kind of pisses me off. Oh, also Universal pisses me off too.
See, I've been to Universal, but I was too young to like really want to ride those rides because they're a
Hmm.
bit more extreme.
A bit, yeah.
See, I love Disney. Oh, Disney for life. Disney, I'll sell my soul to you. I'm down.
But why?
Okay, I love Disney. Here's my testimony. One, I grew up with it, so I'm biased, right?
Okay.
Two, I just like the magic of Disney. Like, I wish life was a Disney movie and we could sing about our feelings and, like, everyone just feels so special and magical.
Sure.
And it makes me cry. Like, have you ever seen Inside Out?
Is that a movie?
It's by Disney, and like Disney's making really deep movies lately. So you should watch the new movies. They're very touching.
Inside Out.
Inside Out.
Okay.
Or they're Disney's coming out with a new movie called, I think it's called Soul. And I could be wrong, but it's supposed to explore like what happens to your soul after you die.
Wait, Inside Out came out in 2015.
Yes, and it speaks to me till this day.
Oh my god. Do you have a Disney Plus subscription?
I don't, because I'm too cheap. But we stole
Jeez.
my fiance, I guess my brother-in-law's. We took his for a while, but then turns out he only got the free trial. He didn't pay either, so I was really sad.
So I guess Disney doesn't matter to him as much.
I guess not, but I don't know. Maybe when I hit the lottery, I'll get Disney Plus.
Yeah, maybe. Bam. And now that we're back, we can talk we can talk about why people lie. Why?
Andrew, so kind of start us off here because I saw this on the outline and I thought to myself, is Andrew okay?
No, I feel like it'd be cool to talk about like a psychological thing. You know? Change it up a
Okay.
little bit. So like
Mhm.
looking at it from the side, like what is a lie?
I would say a lie is just something that's not true.
So, all right, let's go like deeper than that. Like to cover something up, or like
I
why?
I think it depends, right?
Um.
I think it depends because I feel like there's the kind of lies that are malicious, like people lie to cover up something
Mhm.
or I don't know, just to mess with people or get what they want. But then there's the kind of lies I feel like people might tell every day where you might lie about something that's so stupid and you're like, wait, why did I lie about that?
Yeah.
You
So
get
like
what I mean?
white lies.
Yeah, I guess the difference between white lies and more like, I don't know, planned out lies.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Like, what are like people thinking in their head that like triggers that to like make something up? Do you think?
I mean, I would say if you're lying purposely for evil intentions, I would say to save your own butt, right? Or to manipulate somebody
I guess. Yeah.
into doing what you want to do.
Yeah. I don't
But
know.
sometimes I feel like we almost have like this natural tendency to lie, like to maybe not hurt someone's feelings or just.
Yeah.
Now, here's the question. Do you think not disclosing information, like you tell someone the truth, but you don't tell them the whole truth, do you consider that lying?
Um. Honestly, I don't. I wouldn't say so because it's not like you made something up. You're just leaving something out of the picture. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So.
What if that something out of the picture was like important though?
Um. But did you like twist it so it sounds like something else?
Okay, no. For example, so like, what if I'm telling my mom, hey mom, I don't know, let's just say my mom cares. I'm like, hey mom, I'm going to go drive down to Houston, Texas, or I'm going to go celebrate my friend's birthday. And she's
Mm-hmm.
like, what friend? I'm like, oh, Amanda. I don't know. I don't know any Amandas. She's like, okay, who'll be there? I tell her that. So I tell her all this information, but then I don't tell her the party is in Houston, Texas, which is like 4 hours away.
Oh God. Okay.
Because I know maybe that information would change her level of like acceptance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Still. Yeah. Actually. Yeah. I'd say that that's lying.
Yeah. Do you think it's ever good to lie?
Um. I mean, it depends. Like what the circumstance is. So like, if you're doing it to not hurt someone's feelings, then yeah, That's cool.
Hmm.
But if you do it to like, I don't know, twist a story to be in your on your side or whatever, then yeah.
What would you say is like the biggest lie? Not the biggest lie, the smallest lie or the most common lie you tell like every day? I have one. I can think of one like that.
I can't. All right, you go first.
Mine, I am this person, everyone's gonna hate me. I'm this person who says on my way, but I'm not actually on my way yet. I might be like stepping out of the door, but I'm not actually on my way yet.
Yeah, I guess I could fall in that same boat.
Yeah. I know that drives
Um,
people crazy 'cause sometimes like my fiance will be like, "You texted on your way." I'm like, "Yeah, I was on my way. That doesn't mean in the car." But
yeah, you'd hope not because you can't be texting and driving. Eee. Breaking the law, breaking the law.
I find it interesting when people lie so much that they don't even know the truth.
Kind of like never mind. Yeah.
Like I don't know. I just automatically think of people who commit crimes. Maybe they just lie so much they don't even know what happened anymore. They can't even keep track of what the actual storyline is.
Yeah, like people who flex their stimulus checks and then when you ask to see the money, they're like, "Oh,
Oh, interesting. Would you say that social media is a lie or encourages people to lie more blatantly?
hell yeah." When you think about it, like how many followers do you have? 40,000. And then
Mhm.
you just sound better, you look better.
But I mean in the sense like everyone's Instagram profiles or Facebook profiles have the best pictures of them on it. And that doesn't mean they're not lying. Like, yeah, maybe that moment was cool, but I feel like it's really easy to create a lie of what your life is like.
Yeah, definitely. Like you're not showing the negative, I guess.
Yeah, that's a whole nother discussion. Like, that would be weird as well.
That's for next episode.
That's for next episode. Don't film your crying family.
There was like a oh, I forget. There was like a video of like this kid on Melrose Ave, which is a street in LA. He was
Mhm.
just holding up a sign for the meme of it like I filmed a TikTok at my grandpa's funeral.
Oh god.
And he was like crying on the side of the street with tissues.
Oh my gosh, that's probably like, have you seen parents like publicly shame their kid?
Yeah, yeah.
Sounds
Uh,
like that was kind of going on a bit.
yeah, it was funny.
Would you say that all lies are equal though?
Equal?
Yeah.
No, because obviously more do some more damage than others.
Yeah. I don't know. I like half agree, half disagree. I don't know why.
What's your side?
Like I see what you mean, like lying about like, oh yeah, I took out the trash and you really didn't. That's not going to be monumentally bad in the long term. But
Hmm.
I think people still get like the principle of lying. People might get just as mad, perhaps. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess I can see that.
But I get where you're coming from because like lying about like, oh yeah, I don't know where my husband is. Like, oh, did someone kidnap him? Like pulling a Carol Baskin. That's different than like lying about something small.
Yeah,
By the
true.
way, I did finish that show. If you're wondering, anyone out there, I caved. I watched Tiger King. I wish I had it, but I did.
Was it a waste of time?
It is a show where you're sitting there and you're thinking, this can't get crazier. Like, that was the climax. That was the big moment. Like, oh my gosh. And it keeps going up. Like, it keeps getting crazier and crazier.
Hmm. So do you know anything about Chrissy Teigen?
I know, hasn't the public been saying her name wrong for like 5 years or something?
Well, did I say it wrong?
I don't know. I just saw an article somewhere or her saying, like, pronouncing her last name, and everyone was like, why didn't you correct us? I don't know, though. But anyway, go ahead.
Well, I know something.
Yeah.
and she
Yep.
has the COVID.
Oh, really?
Yep,
Oh, is this recent she got diagnosed?
like it's trending on Twitter today.
Oh, people are gonna be upsetty spaghetti because people love Chrissy Teigen.
Yeah, I do.
Tell me one thing about her.
She's married to John Legend. Boom,
Okay, okay,
boom.
okay. What does she do? How did she make money?
She's an actor.
No, she's not.
Yeah, she
Well,
is.
okay, sometimes.
Sorta.
Okay, what book? What kind of book did she publish recently?
Recently she published. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh
No Google. No Google allowed.
god. Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
A cookbook.
Oh, yeah, that's what all wives make. Oh shit.
Ay, ay, ay.
Isn't she a model too?
Yes, yes, she definitely. I think she started off as a model.
Yeah. Okay, so I got 2 out of 3, right? I just didn't know she was an author.
Wow, you're just ready to marry her, I guess, with going 2 out of 3 facts.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but I think her and John are a pretty close knit family, so
You can never say never.
never say never. You never thought you'd get locked on a golf course, and look at you now.
Oh, well, it was bound to happen eventually. No, just kidding.
He's a changed man, folks. He's seen stuff in that golf course after dark.
Oh, yeah. Oh, actually, I went golfing today and I saw a huge deer.
Oh, really?
And I went at like noon. I'm like,
There's
wrong place, wrong time, buddy. What were you gonna say?
there's deer on your golf course? Well, I guess like the golf courses around my area aren't very like heavily wooded.
Yeah, yeah. The ones in Massachusetts are.
Oh,
Like
gotcha,
it's
gotcha.
practically like all woods. Cause isn't it tough to grow a tree in like the hot climates? I know that's a stupid question, but
No, that's not a stupid question. I depends the kind of tree. You know, we don't have a ton of like pine trees per se.
mm-hmm.
But a lot of like I would say just like simple oak trees. Trying to think what else. If you go to a part of the region that is more like cooler, then you see some pine trees.
Okay. I know, like,
Gardening is hard though.
yeah, like, don't you struggle to grow grass?
Yeah, I will admit that. So like I mow my lawn for my family and in Texas, so I like to let the grass so no one cares. I like to let the grass get some would say a little tall, a little messy
Mm-hmm.
because if you mow your lawn too short, at least where I live in Texas, it's going to burn. Like the grass will just die.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and you don't, no one wants like dead lawn randomly in the middle of their lawn, so try to keep it not super short, but
Yeah.
you know, dad tips.
Yeah, I can see that. I know in Arizona they have like fake grass, like all over the place, just like artificial grass,
I can see that.
cause it's like
Huh.
impossible to grow.
Interesting.
Yeah. Like when my dad flew over Arizona, he was like, "Yeah, all of it's fake, but it looks good, so who cares?"
It looks good. I mean, I guess you don't have to mow it, so that's the bright side.
Yeah, right? Oh, what a nice lawn. Don't have to water it,
Don't
mow
have
it.
to mow it.
Yeah, but I'm about to not have a nice lawn because the second scare for a tropical storm since it's hurricane season is here. I think it's in South Carolina right now, and it's moving up the East Coast.
That's kind of scary. Wasn't there just a massive flood? And I'm blanking on the state, but like a certain state flooded really heavily.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Hmm.
Hmm. But yeah, it's hurricane season.
your your lawn's about to grow real big with all
Oh
the
yeah,
water.
all that water. Hmm.
Well, Andrew, how do you want to end this? You can edit this out, I don't care, or you can keep it. But
Oh no, we're keeping it.
yo girl has to go to work remotely, may I say.
Oh shoot. Oh my god. It's okay. All right. Well, thanks for joining us on another episode. This is episode 7. And hopefully I make it to 8 if this hurricane doesn't destroy my house.
Or he doesn't get locked in another golf course, you know.
Right. Well, anyways, we both got to head off. So we'll see you next time. Sid, you want to hook up the socials?
Yes, you can check us out on, I always have to remember, Facebook, Twitter,
yeah.
Instagram, I think.
Yep, most recently. Yeah.
And YouTube.
Yeah.
And YouTube. And if you know anyone who just hands out free Disney tickets, let me know.
And if you have any lawn growing tips, let me know. All right. We're heading out, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
See ya.